Hey guys, welcome to Blaugrana. Welcome to another video. And Barcelona have beaten Borussia Dortmund by 3-1 in the fifth match day of the UEFA Champions League, and we've done it. We've gone through to the knockout stage, and we've done it by being first in our group. Doesn't matter what happens in the last match day against Inter. Doesn't matter what happens, we're going to finish top of the group. And I have to say congratulations Barcelona, because it has a lot of merit. Finishing first in this group, it's not easy. Yes, given that probably Inter is not the Inter of past years, and Dortmund is not the best Dortmund as we've seen right now. But it has a lot of merit. Very tough teams, a very surprising Slavia Prague that we had to face twice. And I have to say that deserves congratulations. And further than that, I am gonna try to be as honest as possible about the game today. But without further ado, let's start with lineups and then we'll go ahead and talk about the game. Barcelona to go with Ter Stegen in net, Cedric at right back, replacing Semedo with Umtiti and Lenglet in central defense, Junior Firpo covering for the injured Jordi Alba. In midfield, Sergio Busquets, Frenkie de Jong, and Ivan Rakitic. And then in the forward line, we had Luis Suarez up top with Lionel Messi and Ousmane Dembele down the wings. Dortmund up to go with Berkey in net, Lucas Piszczek and Rafael Guerreiro in the fullbacks, then Mats Hummels and Akanji at centre backs. A midfield four of Julian Bagel, Axel Witsel, Hakimi and Schulz in midfield, and then Marco Reus and Julian Brandt up top. And as you can see from the lineup of Borussia Dortmund, it is for me a very defensive lineup, seeing that you have two pairs of fullbacks as your wingers, leaving Thorgan Hazard out of the game, Sancho in the bench. You know, I was very surprised to see these from Dortmund. I thought that Sancho was definitely going to be going ahead at Junior Firpo. It wasn't the case. When he came into the second half, came in the left side. But I thought that it was a mistake from Lucien Favre, and I think that this game killed off Lucien Favre. I think that he's gonna get the sack now. At Dortmund, he was on a ropey moment, and this just kills him off. We'll see if they sack him now or they sack him after they potentially do not finish in the Champions League places in a couple weeks time. But at Barcelona, I have to say that I want to congratulate them, because they play well, or more than playing well, because this is the argument with it. In my opinion, they play with attitude, and in the first 15-20 minutes they were playing with a lot of intensity, and that's really good. Problem being, and this, I don't want to be harsh like I said, I know that this is a very happy day for us Blaugranas, that we want to celebrate, and because it is very important to go through to the next stage, especially first of the group, like we're seeing the likes of other teams that have done fairly well to finish top of the group as well. So, but playing with a lot of intensity and playing well, I think, is two very different things. For example, this is the kind of game that if Argentina was to do this, if I was watching Argentina and they were doing this kind of game, I'll be, you know what, that's great. That is exactly what your level of ability allows you to do. That is what the capacity of your players that you have that are allowed you to play at. But the thing is that we're not Argentina. We have a team that was built to play a certain way, that it's designed to play a certain way, and because Messi allows you to change up what your game style is going to be, doesn't mean that you can just, you know, kind of sit back and counter, or kind of wait to take the ball away from Dortmund. Because the reality is that if you look at the goals, it wasn't transitions from 20, 30 passes to score in Roman Borky. They were mostly mistakes from Dortmund, and we can pick them out. Mostly all of the goals were mistakes from Dortmund, and big mistakes at that. I think that I don't want to take Mary away from Barcelona, but it was a Messi show, because Messi, when you give him time and space, he's gonna kill you. He's gonna kill you, especially if you do it repetitively, time and time again. But at least attitude-wise, they were good. Barcelona were good attitude-wise. Everyone, for the first 20 minutes, we were pressing. I believe because that's the limit. That's the limit to what we are able to press. I believe past 20 minutes, this team is not able to press properly. And then, we saw that, hey, they're not pressing us high up the pitch, and they're not really sitting up to the back. So let's just, sit here with 2 lines of 4. Let's kind of wait it out. Let's see until they step into midfield, and then we'll hit them on a counter. It worked well. But I just want to think that this is not something that you're going to try to do against a Liverpool and Manchester City, because if you try to do that against those kind of teams, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. I just want to leave it out there that this is against teams like Dortmund that are going to leave you a lot of time and space, that are not doing one thing or the other. They're not parking the bus, and they're not pressing you high up the pitch. And when you're not doing one or the other, then you are gonna suffer, especially to a team that has Lionel Messi in it. Ousmane Dembele, in about the 25th minute, falls to an injury. It is very unfortunate, and I repeat myself. Dembele at Dortmund, at Reims, didn't used to get any kind of injury. It's getting to Barcelona, and it's injury after injury after injury after injury. It is not normal. You could see his face. He was crying. He was like, man, again, I'm injured. It is very unfortunate, and I'm really sorry for Dembele. I hope that it's nothing too serious and that he's able to come back from it. But in this kind of things, I tend to watch the player's face, and maybe his face was just because he wanted really to play against Dortmund, and he started well. The minutes that he played, I thought Dembele was, you could tell that he was playing motivated, because he was dribbling at players. I think he felt confident to dribble at players. This was the kind of game, especially for Dembele. If he was able to play the whole game, he could score a hat trick, because his amount of pace was perfect for this. If you're gonna attack the space and play in the counter, Dembele is the best weapon we have for sure. Griezmann came in, and thank you Griezmann for pressing high up the pitch, for being intense, and Griezmann is giving a lot of good attitude. I didn't think that he was going to give the attitude that he's giving right now, but he's playing with, he's trying to win over Messi, Suarez. Here I am. I'm gonna keep running and running and running. If you're gonna pass me the ball, fine. If you don't want to pass me the ball, then that's fine too. But he's trying his best. Suarez, this is the second game in a row that he's been at a good level physically, and I'm grateful that we were able to see a Suarez that's physically collected. The goal is the least thing for me. Suarez, I see him pressing, I see him running, I see him winning those yards that before he wasn't able to, and it is very impressive. He's alive, he's electric, and this is what I ask of Suarez. Suarez, if you're electric, if you're at your best physically, and you are at a level mentally where you're concentrated, for sure you start every single game, because you are one of the best strikers of all time, and your experience, your mentality, your attitude makes you a winner. And as long as you keep it at this level, it's gonna be great for Barcelona, definitely. I want to talk mostly about the players. Ter Stegen again was one of the candidates for man of the match, if it wasn't because he plays in a team along with Lionel Messi, because he was superb today. Jadon Sancho, today Messi and Jadon Sancho were the key players to have a showcase. I think this game would have been a lot more, honestly, boring, but a lot less vivid than what it was if it wasn't because of Messi and Sancho. Sancho doing his thing, Messi doing his thing, obviously with clear levels of difference in their ability, but watching Jadon Sancho in that save that Ter Stegen had in the last couple of minutes was fantastic. It was really good to watch. Umtiti is at a good level, and Lenglet, I think this game he's just shown that that second spot, the competition for center backs should be PK Umtiti, and Lenglet should be the undisputed starter because he's been at a magnificent level. He was leading the defense today. Jurgen Firpo was fine, yet he didn't suffer as much. He only had to really worry about Hakimi. But hey, for someone that's not that experienced defensively, he was very good. Sergio Roberto, more of the same. He was fine. Nothing too spectacular, but he was fine. He was a consistent 7 out of 10. And not much to say after that. Arturo Vidal came in for Rakitic. Waga came from Suarez 2 minutes from the full time. And it was a fine game. Rakitic started kind of shaky. We could have conceded a goal early because of him, but hey, he hasn't started much. If, like what I said, if you don't have continuity and stuff, doesn't matter who it is, it's gonna get affected into your mentality. Busquets played today the 90 minutes is because he's not gonna be playing on the Wanda Metropolitano against Atletico Madrid. We are not gonna get to face. We're facing Atletico in the weekend, so very important to save energy. And you know what? If the players drop their level of attitude, or not attitude, but the concentration dropped after a 3-0, and you know what? That's fine. That's fine because this season we cannot fix everything, and I know that at 3-0 already, you guys are not gonna let it go through. You guys are professional enough, but at least do it at 3-0. Don't lose concentration. Don't lower your level of intensity when you are like 1-0 up in the first couple minutes of the game, because that is something that really hurts us and it puts us in a check. But today we played fine. Like I said, we have tools to play better. The ball movement was still slow. The runners were still, not doing as much. We're not pressing high at the pitch. There are things to improve, but it's not something to go into depth today. Congratulations to Barcelona for reaching the knockout stages, and we are not going to be facing Manchester City, Bayern, or any of these crazy teams. We'll leave that for Madrid, who has finished second in their group. And with all said and done, leave me all your opinions in the comment section below. What do you think about the game? What do you think about Lionel Messi's fantastic performance today? Leave me all your opinions in the comment section below. Comment, like and subscribe. And I'll see you next one, Blaugrana.